I think it's really important to know what is happening around. Politic-wise, international-wise, local-wise, it is really important to have an understanding of what is in your surrounding. Also, it's really important to know the history of where you're at. In that area, it is also very important to maintain a balance in that information because it can get very overwhelming, or at least it gets overwhelming to me. So I'm really passionate about politics, history, sociology, and philosophy, and economics, and culture, and art, and everything. And it gets really overwhelming to understand the things that are happening. For instance, what is happening in Palestine, what is happening in Puerto Rico, what is happening in Hawaii, what is happening in the US, everywhere. It is really important to understand why it's happening.
Some of the things that you do to achieve that balance for yourself.
I try to maintain a balance with my health. I try to keep up with my exercises, stretching, meditation, with my food, and that doesn't mean that I do not spend any day without working out, or I meditate all days, or I have a very strict diet. I just try to flow, because for instance I was craving ice cream, and that is not a bad thing. I think it's very important to listen to your body, but also to keep it contained, because if you let it loose, it craves pleasure. And pleasure without boundaries, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
The things that I do is not for the looks of it, but for the effect of it. Because I want to grow old healthy, and not in a very strict healthy way, but I want to be functional when I'm old. Keep it happy, and keep it healthy, and keep it naughty, and keep it, in that balance. Also, very important, music that you hear, it has an effect on your emotions, and it is really important to listen to good music with good lyrics, good composition. If you want perreo, just listen to perreo, but don't keep it on that, only that.
Any favorite songs you have right now, or favorite bands?
I think she's from Latin America, I don't know where. Her name is Natalia Doko, and she has a lot of very cool, vibing, very poetic lyrics, very interesting sounds. Right now it's my obsession. Okay, I will tell you one curiosity about Cabo Rojo. We call ourselves Mataconacha. Mataconacha means kill with an axe. Right? And that is because back in the 1700s, Cabo Rojo is famous because it has some salt mines, right? And we gather salt, and we have a lot of very good quality salt. I think there were some Dutch people who wanted that salt, and some people from Aguada and Aguadilla, from the northwest of Puerto Rico, they wanted to conquer that salt mine. And when they came, the locals started a war with them, or a conflict with them. And what they had, their tools for the salt and for their everyday work were axes. So they fought against those Dutch people and the people from Aguada and Aguadilla with axes. And they won, and they got to defend the salt mines. Yes. And also here in Cabo Rojo was born and died Emeterio Betances, Ramon Emeterio Betances, which was the first person here in Puerto Rico to abolish slavery. And he fought against colonialism. He went to, I think it was London, to study medicine, and he brought all that knowledge to the people from the farms and the poor people, so that they could know what was happening with their bodies and what was happening politic-wise. And he was one of our founding fathers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And he also was in touch with a very important figure here in Puerto Rico, who was Pedro Albizu Campo. and they both fought against the colonization of the Spaniards and the U.S. and all of that. So they are very important figures in the fights against like Esencia and ICE in Puerto Rico and the governor and all that.
I'm so happy to be here and just meet the people from the country. I think
Yes.
that you guys have very similar desires for your country. Maybe it's just who I seek out to also spend time with,
Yes.
but I think it's very, very important.
Yes, and like I said before today, one thing that we have social media now, and that is what connects us. And before, the fight was difficult because the information was hard to get. 50, 70 years ago was difficult to know what was happening on the other side of the island and to communicate and all that. Right now, with a WhatsApp message or text or call or FaceTime or whatever, or Instagram or Facebook, you're already connected with those people. That helps move the information. It is a very powerful tool that we have to learn how to use it, because otherwise it could be harmful. But use it wisely, it connects people and it helps, reach out and feel seen and validated, right? So that's really important in this individualized moment that we are living.
Yeah.